So if you want to be making basketball edits like this,
Ever since you left me, more money, more cars, more shows.
So today we're going to talk about, is gear important? And the answer is, yeah, gear is very important. I know people like to say you need to have more skill than gear, but I'm going to be very straight to the point and just give you guys the answer so that everybody understands. You need gear when it comes to the higher levels, because everybody at the highest levels has very good gear. Like, I'm talking about very expensive. Some people have very calculated gear that is made for a certain task, and that's their only reason they get hired, is just for that one task. I always buy all my gear towards what is the end result that I want to do. So for me, I want to be a creative director. I want to be able to be the guy that knows what he's doing and is able to assist other students, people. And the best way to do that is to always know that gear is important, but you also need to know that the experience that you need to learn is as important. And if you hear that huffing and puffing, that's my dog. He's over there. I'm just talking right now. So, like I said, gear is very important, and what you need to know is that at every level, that's kind of the gear level. Unless you're like some guy and you have a lot of money and you just went out and bought a bunch of things, like you just bought an FX6, but you're shooting high school basketball, you know what I mean? Like, when you start off, when I first started off, I owned like I owned a Canon like T Rebel, and then my second camera was a Sony A7 III, and then I got an A7 IV, and now I have a Canon C70, and I also own a Canon R6. I'm actually shooting everything right now on this Canon R6, and I basically use this as my content creation camera, and sometimes I take pictures. But my main heavy duty camera is the Canon C70, and my biggest reason for telling you guys why gear is important is because when you're at these levels, everybody has a certain type of gear that they do their job with, and they know how to use every piece of equipment that they own with these said tools. Your job is to acquire gear, yes. And I'm not telling you to buy the latest and greatest stuff. I'm telling you to go buy gear that really matters and can affect what you do as a whole. So if you want to be making basketball edits like this,
Ever since you left me, more money, more cars, more shows.
the best thing you need to do is go get yourself the proper gear. That's the only way you're going to be able to actually keep up with me, or people even better than me, and people that are actually not as good as me. Is literally, gear is a very big part of what makes that happen. I'm just telling you guys, the number one thing you need to understand is that you need to gain experience. You need to learn how to actually use gear. So go out and go get some terrible gear off Amazon, I should say, off Facebook Marketplace. Go buy used, all right? Learn how to actually use gear. Learn how to use your camera. Learn how to use your ISO, your shutter speed. Learn how to use different focal lengths. And then when you finally have enough experience and you feel confident and you have the money as well, you'll be in certain positions to be able to get better gear. Because at the highest level, most people are like, if you work for a college, or if you work for, you know, a pro team, they pay for all the gear. So your job is to really learn how to use the gear. And the only way you're going to learn how to do that is if you own a piece of gear. So yes, gear is important. That's why I'm making this video, is to let you guys understand gear is important, because at the higher levels, you might have all the equipment, but if you don't know how to use it, it doesn't matter. So that's why I'm telling you, gear is important. And the only way you're able to make better videos and better content is if you understand how gear works. Like me, I use this little DJI mini, I think it's called a mini, or it's DJI mic, right? The version 1. Some people have the version 2, and there's minis and there's other versions. But I know how to use this mic pretty well. So I'm gonna use this mic on my projects. You guys are gonna do the same thing with the gear that you buy. When you buy your gear, learn how to use it, and then incorporate it into your real work. That's how you'll get better, and that's how you'll honestly stay in the game longer. It's by knowing how to use your gear. So, but go out, buy gear, go buy the older versions, and then when you get enough money, get the better version. But always make sure you know how to actually use a mic, know how to use a camera, know how to use lenses, learn how to do your ISO, your shutter speed, learning how to set exposure in a camera. That's very important. So yeah, gear is important. But also remember that you need to work on your skills and also your knowledge that you have about gear. So Thank you for everyone that's actually been watching these videos, because apparently I've been getting like 30 views, 20 views, 40 views, and my shorts, they kind of go, they vary, they get a kind of couple views. I appreciate everyone that's been watching it. I'm gonna definitely drop another video very, very soon, probably by Friday. The next video is gonna come out. This video will probably come out on a Tuesday. But yeah, I thank you for supporting me, and honestly, I'm just out here trying to learn how to be a better speaker. So that's why I'm actually trying to do these YouTube videos, is to learn how to speak better. So yeah, have a good time, and hopefully you guys are staying safe in the snow, because right now in Philadelphia, it's snowing like crazy. See ya.